Hey guys, welcome to Mixtape Sunday. In the week I showed something about balancing your kick and bass using a VU meter, and we had a lot of comments about this. We had a lot of not disagreements but different insights. So I want to make this clear. I want to show you a full video today of my approach and why I use the numbers I use, and hopefully it could make sense to you. And at the end I give you a couple tips where you could use that, and whether you have a good room which is soundproof, whether you're mixing in headphones, you do that trick, you'll always get a good balance with your mix, especially with your kick against your bass. So let's dive into the computer and I will show you. So first of all, I want to start off to clear off the guys that was going on about, oh, this should be -18 and so on and so forth. First of all, I have this here on the mix bus, okay? So I'm monitoring my entire mix here, okay? So let's look at -18. So if we put this on -18, look at what happens to the VU meter. See the VU meter? It's in the red. It's smashing. You know, no one does the mix and then the cumulative effect of the mix is -18. We're not looking at individual tracks here. We're looking at the full mix. So this is firstly why I said go -12. Okay? -12. Look at that. What happens? Okay? Now, why -12? Okay? For your mix, look at this meter here. Bring this meter into focus. Okay, look at this meter. See this meter? You see what happens? You have a nice K14 kind of RMS level with a peak of -6. Okay, that's a nice place to be for your mix, where you could raise it and you can add your parallels, you can add your vocals and everything sits nice there, and you can raise the mix to be as loud as everything. So this is why I use -12. Hope this clears this up. Right, so let's go into well, so what I showed actually before I show you the three tricks, what I showed was, for the guys who didn't see the video in the week, what I showed was set your kick to hit -3. So you set your VU meter to -12, set your kick to hit -3, okay? And then when you add your bass, okay, the two of them together hit up to 0, okay? Then you add all your instruments, and then you should still stay 0. Look at that. You see, so I have everything playing and I'm hitting 0. I'm have a nice healthy level here. Okay, at -12. Right? So this is what I'm showing you there. And you do that with your headphones or anything. Even if your room is not treated, as I said, you will always get a good balance. So what I want to show you now, the first trick I want to show you, look at how effective the VU meter is. So if we look at the VU meter and the kick, look at the kick. We look at the VU meter, see the kick. You see the kick here, when it does do-do, it's when it hits the -3. Okay, so you have a decision to make. I want all my hits to be -3, or I want my kick to be a bit dynamic. Okay, so if you want your kick to be more controlled, you know what I mean, you could place a compressor in your kick, and then you could make it tighter. So all the hits, you know what I mean, you could compress it hard and then do a parallel if you want. You know what I mean, you can use a distressor type compressor if you want. Same thing, compress it hard, do a parallel blend. You know what I mean? And for me, for that track, I think it's better that at the start, do-do is more impactful. Okay, so I don't think I need to compress the kick heavily so all of them hit there. But this is what the VU meter shows you, because you could see, if we take the compressor out, we could see, you know the kicks are a little under, and then when it goes do-do, it reaches up to -3. So you could decide how you want it to be, how dynamic you want to control your kick and your bass. I like it like that for that particular track if I was mixing it properly. Okay, so this is one trick I want to show you. The VU meter is very powerful when you can see whether to compress your kick or not. Okay, the other thing I want to show you now, as you can see, the whole mix is hitting there like this. So here's a trick for you now. Okay, if I'm doing a mix, okay, and I want to add parallel kicks, parallel bass, I want to add a lot of vocals and stuff. What I do, now what I didn't explain is that the reason why you aiming the kick to go -3 and the bass to go 0. If you duplicate your kick, it will add 3 dB more. So that's why you're sending the kick to -3 and then adding the bass, which gives you 3 dB more on it. Okay, so this is where this 3 comes on, and it's easier for you to see. Now in an actual mix, what I normally do, after I get the balance of -3 and 0, I pull the kick so the kick goes down to -5. And I group the bass with it. So I'll show you what I mean. So here I have the so let's take that. So I take the bass, I solo the bass, and then I add the kick with it. Now Studio One have a great thing there, which is trim. Okay, so I can play the kick alone, okay? And what I could do, I could pull the trim down and get the kick to hit -5, but the bass has kept the ratio with it. The bass have kept the ratio, okay? So now what I end up doing there now, so when I add the bass, I'm not hitting 0, I'm hitting about -1, okay? So this gives me another 1 dB of getting parallels and additional vocals and everything in there. So now when I add the whole track, I'm not hitting 0, I'm hitting -1. And if I look at my meter here, you see I've given myself more headroom. Now that headroom can take up with vocals, it could take up parallel kick, parallel bass, and so on. Okay, so that's a cool little trick for you. So if you're doing your full big mix, bring it down to -5, the kick, let the bass do its thing, and then add the rest to sum up to 0. Okay, so hope this gives you a clearer picture of how you can use a VU to get a mix and how you can balance your mix like that. Every single mix you do, you will have a consistent level between your kick and your bass. All right, so any questions, guys, don't forget you could always DM me and I'll always reply. And as always, have a blessed Sunday, have a blessed week. Follow me on Instagram, you know, and talk to you guys soon.